In this tutorial, we'll go over how to upload images into Minerva's image dashboard. So if we're using this property as an example, on the property details page, in the property address and attribute section, the primary image of the property is supposed to display in this section. So if I see that there's no primary image designated sign in this section, that tells me that there's no primary image. So if I wanted to upload images to Minerva, what I would do is I would go to the left navigation and I would click on View Images. What that will do is it'll open the image dashboard for that specific property. So as you can see, there are about 6 folders that are in the image dashboard for this property. And when I create the property in Minerva, the image dashboard automatically sets up this folder structure. So it automatically creates the before and the primary and the after and the relocation and the progress and the acquisition folder. When the property is being created, if there are acquisitions pictures that are tied to the property in Fortress, those images will get transferred over into Minerva, and users can click on the acquisition folder in Minerva and it'll show those pictures that were stored in Fortress. So that being said, if I were to click on, say, relocation, because it already has 30 photos, which I can see by looking at the number that's tied to the folder name. For example, the after folder has 0 images. I'll click on relocation and that will open the image dashboard. So because we're in UAT right now, these image files are broken, and that's okay. If you see this in Test Minerva, that happens a lot, and it's not a cause for concern. It's not a bug. It's just the way that the team deployed Minerva, and I don't believe that they actually brought the images down. And so the link is broken. But we can say we want to wipe all these out and we can upload new pictures. So I'll just select all, and that's how you would do that. You would click on this checkbox in the corner of the screen, and it would select all images on this page. And if I wanted to increase the number of images on this page, I would do that by increasing the number in the items per page drop list. So I'll say 100. And then I'll select everything, and I'll click on delete images. And then I will say, yes, I'm sure that I want to delete everything. And that will delete all the images from the relocation folder for this property. And the property address is up here if you don't know the property ID. So if I wanted to upload some photos, I can drag and drop a bunch of photos from my desktop or from Dropbox, or I can click on the upload image link, and that will allow me to grab images from my desktop through the File Explorer. So I'll just do that. I will go to my pictures, and I'll just select, I don't know, a couple of them. Click Save. And then Minerva shows me kind of this progress bar that says, okay, these images are working on being uploaded, and now the status will show successful. So some of the images on my computer, I guess, were broken, and that's why you're seeing this this error message. But you can see that some of them weren't. So if maybe I want to, click, these got messed up, so I'm just going to remove them. I'll remove that one. Okay, so these are all of the images. So I can click on it and see a larger view and scroll through. I can change this view from like an icon specific view to more of a list. And actually, this is something that Maxim uses a lot because they they order pictures in the image dashboard and then download those pictures and upload them to the MLS. And that's important. So when they're listing a property on the MLS, they use the image dashboard to organize the pictures in the way they want potential buyers to view them or the agents to view them. So they do that by changing the display order and by selecting whether or not the images are approved. So the project manager might upload 300 images of the property, and the listing coordinator in Maxim might be like, oh, I'm only going to approve 100 of them, and those 100 will get uploaded to the MLS. And so you can download the images that are approved by selecting whatever images you want, and then clicking on download approved. Or you have the option of downloading all of them. It's really whatever makes sense for whatever purpose you're going for. And that will download the images into a file on your desktop. So I also have the ability to delete images if necessary, one by one. I showed you before, you can click on this checkbox and that will select all of the images, and you can delete all images at one time. If I go back to the icon view, I have the ability of clicking on the edit icon, and I can change the display name or the name of the image. I can select where in the property the picture was taken. Another thing is you can actually upload images through mobile Minerva. And so on mobile Minerva, there's a similar view with all of the same functionality, and users can upload images, and those images will also show in the image dashboard. So you're uploading it to the same spot, you're just uploading it through Minerva's mobile application. Another thing to think about is that these images show up in various places. So if I were to upload, so there's a primary image, and actually the primary folders is unique in the sense that there should only be one image in this folder, and it should be the like the front of the house, the primary image of that property. So if I wanted to use maybe this one, and then we went back to the property details page and reloaded it, it should show me the primary image of the property. And this image is being pulled from the primary folder on the image dashboard. Okay, so that's how we upload images. This is super important functionality, especially for Maxim, who downloads these images and uploads them to the MLS.